The Three Little Pigs by James Marshall, adapted by Jennifer Boudart, will teach you about how hard work and patience pays off. So even if you feel like something is so hard and others don't believe in you, don't give up. Enjoy the story! One day, three little pigs were walking through the forest. They were brothers and had decided to build a grand house to share. As they walked looking for the perfect spot, they came across a meadow. "What a wonderful place to make a new start," said the eldest brother proudly. The youngest brother, who was also the laziest, suggested building a straw house. "We can use straw from the farmer's field," said the young pig. "We can stack 4 walls and a roof in time to plan our supper." "Straw?" The middle brother shook his head. "What about when it rains?" "Do you have a better idea?" asked the youngest brother with a snort. "Yes," said the middle brother. "Trees are plentiful and wood is free. We should build a house of wood." The eldest brother cleared his throat. "Though wood is certainly good, bricks are simply the best," he said thoughtfully. "Our house must keep us safe no matter what." "But bricks cost a lot of money," said the youngest brother. "And a brick house takes weeks to build," said the middle brother, frowning. In the end, the brothers decided to build 3 houses, one of straw, one of wood, and one of brick. The eldest brother was the last to finish. While his brothers took naps in the sun, the eldest brother began to lay his bricks. They called him foolish. They called him stubborn. But the eldest brother did not pay attention. He worked until his brick house was complete, chimney and all.
"Daisy? Huh? You're blocking the screen right now. I'm in the middle of a story. Okay."
The brothers had a grand picnic to celebrate. Proudly, they stood back and admired their 3 homes. The next day, the youngest pig heard a knock on his door. "Let me in," growled the deep voice. The young pig peeked through the straw. A huge, hairy wolf crouched outside his door. He had large teeth and he looked hungry. "Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," said the young pig. Outside the house, the wolf snarled. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff," roared the big wolf, "and I'll blow your house down." The wolf opened his mouth and took a deep breath. Then he let out a blast of air. Whoosh! The straw went flying. As straw drifted through the air, the wolf looked for the little pig. He spotted the pig running through the door of the wood house down the lane. The wolf was not happy. He ran to the door of the wood house. "Let me in," snapped the angry wolf.
Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins,"
they screamed together. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," roared the big wolf. Once again, he breathed in and blew with all his might. Crack! The wood boards snapped like twigs. The wolf looked up to see the 2 pigs on the top of the pile of wood. As he ran after them, they scurried to the brick house next door. While the wolf howled in anger, the 2 pigs ran inside and slammed the door. "This has been harder than I expected," said the wolf to himself. "But if I must, I will blow this house down too. Those little pigs will have nowhere else to run." Outside, the wolf licked his lips as he knocked on the door. "Let me in," said the wolf in his meanest, wolfiest voice. "Not by the hair of our chinny chin chins," said the eldest pig quietly and calmly. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," cried the wolf. He took his biggest, deepest breath yet. He closed his eyes and pushed the breath out. The wolf opened his eyes. The house was still standing. Not a single brick budged. The wolf decided to try a different plan. He climbed up onto the roof. Quickly, the eldest brother lit a fire in the fireplace. The wolf climbed into the chimney. Crash! The wood fell and landed in the flames. He burned the tip of his tail. "Let me out!" howled the wolf as he ran out the door in pain. The 3 pigs laughed and celebrated. The wolf never bothered the 3 little pigs again. To this day, the 3 brothers still live in the middle of the forest, and they now share a grand house made of brick.
That's the end, kids.
We hope you liked the story, and remember, you rock and work hard.
Stay tuned for the next read aloud.
See you later.